Coming up on Murrow News 8, we have an exclusive interview with Jake Sirianni, Wazoo's internet sensation.
Plus, we check in on the House's healthcare vote.
And today is National Puppy Day, so celebrate your pups. Those stories and more, tonight on Murrow News 8.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Tim Carney.
And I'm Kyle Simchuk. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Washington State University rules the internet right now, and it's all thanks to one of our own, Murrow College junior Jake Sirianni, or rather, a video he produced that went viral. It was his pitch to get an internship on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Let's take a look at some of it.
Archives of Steve Allen all around the internet. If I want it physically, I'll grab a video cassette. Studio 6B with Jimmy Fallon next to me. Do you need an intern? Cause I'm getting a degree in this. Communication. NBC's the station to view content creation from the Comcast Corporation. Here's my declaration. Dedicated, diligent, and driven. Looking for an intern? Well, I recommend you listen. Cause monologues are evergreen. Balanced from the late night scene. Watching when I was 14, this internship would be a dream. New York City, the top of the heap. I'd wake up in a city that never sleeps. Appetite for comedy, and I'm energetic. Yearning for a youthful young team member. I'm sure you will find there's zero doubt in my mind I'd be on the next flight. I bid you a very heartfelt good night.
Catching the eye of Jimmy Fallon and some of his writers. Then a Tonight Show employee tweeted Sirianni and urged him to watch the program. Jake and a few of his closest friends did just that.
And quite a few friends there. This was the scene last night at Global Scholars where Jake actually found out he got the internship, and what a way to find out. Jimmy Fallon telling you on national television.
Murrow News 8's Fraser Meyer is in our studio with the man of the hour himself, Jake Sirianni. Fraser?
Thank you, Tim, and thank you, Jake, for joining us, and congratulations on receiving your internship.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So kind of take us back to that moment last night. What was going on through your head when you found out that you received the internship?
Yeah, so this has been about a 2-month process just making this video and just having so much support from my friends and family. But last night, when I got the news, it was just a feeling of so much happiness and then just a shock. I've never been so shocked, and just to have such a great opportunity, I don't know how this can get any better.
Okay, not only did you get the position, but you were also on national television and on the Tonight Show. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, usually I'm more behind the camera, so doing this whole video is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but that's how you learn and grow. And so, yeah, it was just a really cool experience, and having Jimmy Fallon say your name is very cool. Okay. What type of reactions have you been receiving? Have you received reactions from people that you don't even know even as well? Yeah, so I have like 300 new Instagram requests, and it's all people I don't know, so that's kind of cool. And then just walking throughout campus, it's a lot of mumbling and whispering. It's like, hey, it's that guy, and I'm like, that's true, yeah. And so it's a pretty cool response. Okay, so I guess what's next for you now that you got the internship? When are you moving to New York City, and what are they going to have you be doing there? Yeah, so I just gave the verbal confirmation today to the internship coordinator for Fallon. So my first training day is going to be on the 22nd of May, and then I'm going to start work on the 29th of May. All right. Could you take us back to some of the production and the original creation? What gave you the idea, the original thoughts? Yeah, so I think the whole internship application process is it's a process. So when I was starting that process last summer, I did a lot of quantity over quality, and so it was a lot of blanket applications, and I got a really cool internship opportunity in Burbank, and I also had some side work in an internship with Howie Mandel, and so I put out about 70 applications, and I heard back from a few, and so this summer I kind of focused a lot more on intentionality, and so what I wanted to have happen, or what I would have as a wild dream. I just spent a lot of hard work and practiced a lot of patience on it. I would be up probably 3 or 4 nights a week up until 5 to 6 in the morning. And so, yeah, it's just kind of finding the appropriate balance. And so I officially started on the project early to mid-February, and I wrote for about a week and a half. And again, it's a balance, so balancing that with school and then also working 2 jobs. I'm an RA and then also in Cable 8. And so it's a balance. And so that was a week and a half. And then I did a pre-edit block for about 2 weeks, and that's all about cutting out Daniel Radcliffe out of the clip. And so instead of just going on a green screen, because the camera is always constantly moving and like affecting small assets of the production, I had to cut and replace parts of the video for that specific After Effects cut. And then from there, it was just recording and then shooting, a little bit more editing. And then on Monday, I released it, and it's almost up to 200,000 views right now, so it's pretty crazy.
All right, so what was like the biggest draw that you've taken from it and from the whole experience so far?
Hard work and patience. So if you're able to have the passion to do something and the patience to pursue it, crazy things can happen.
All right, thank you for joining us tonight, and good luck in your future, and remember us, when you're gone.
Awesome, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, and we'll send it back to the desk, and we have Kyle.
All right, thank you very much, Frazier. A stinging setback for President Trump's health care bill. GOP House leaders postponed a vote this afternoon due to lack of Republican support. According to CNN, 26 House Republicans plan to oppose the plan since no Democrats are expected to support it. The GOP can't afford to lose more than 21 Republican votes. Now, House Republicans and the White House expect to vote sometime tomorrow. London authorities have identified the suspect behind yesterday's terrorist attack as Khaled Massoud, a 52-year-old Briton. Massoud drove a car through pedestrians on the Westminster Bridge before heading to the Parliament building. He was later shot and killed by police. Massoud had been investigated for violent extremism before. An ISIS-backed news agency claimed responsibility for this attack. And an appeals court has ruled against a man who sued Washington State University over the euthanization of his dog, which was diagnosed with cancer in 2012. Robert Reppin brought his Alaska Malamute to the WSU Veterinary Hospital to be euthanized, but he says vets botched the procedure and made his dog suffer. Washington state law prohibits people from receiving emotional distress damages over pet deaths.
Starting in April, free feminine hygiene products will be available in all major facilities on campus. Last night, the Senate passed a resolution offering the products in the Cub, the Student Rec Center, and in the Chinook Student Center. Each facility will pay the initial cost of the products while assessing how much the program could cost in total free feminine hygiene products, which are currently offered in the Women's Resource Center, but those supplies are available only because of donations. It's good to see the university taking steps to cater to students' needs in a new way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a step in the right direction, I'd say. And stick around. We have the weather after the break.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
The shift into spring weather is happening, and I think we're all happy about it.
Oh, absolutely, but it's still just as unpredictable here on the Palouse. It always is. The good thing is we have Sonia Lozano to take some of that uncertainty away. Sonia, what do you have for us?
Well, Kyle and Tim, it was pretty good today. I don't know if you guys were outside, but we got some good sun in the morning and afternoon. We had an average out about 43, which is a little bit under than what we normally look at, but it wasn't too bad. No need for jackets or anything heavy. So tomorrow, we're actually going to be looking at a little bit more clouds and rain than what we're used to. We're going to start with some morning showers that'll continue into the afternoon and leave some clouds into the evening. But it's still going to stay in about the same temperature, so it won't get too cold. If we look at the state map, Pullman and Spokane, we're still pretty tied as far as the temperature goes. We're going to be seeing some sun, as well as in Wenatchee and Yakima. They're going to be seeing some sun as well, but a little bit warmer with their highs in the upper 50s and then lowers in the 40s. If we take a look at the west side over here, they're going to be seeing pretty similar temperatures as far as the highs in like mid-50s and lows in the 40s, but they're seeing a little more clouds and rain compared to the rest of the state. Now, if we look at our 5-day forecast, we're going to be seeing some sun on Saturday, which will be nice for the start of our weekend, but we're going to be seeing some rain a little bit in the end of our weekend coming into the week. So it'll be warming up still, and we'll be fine, so it won't be too cold. So we'll be okay. Hopefully you guys are prepared for everything. I'm totally fine with the weather, but stay tuned. Leoma James will be back with the sports.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. My name is Leoma James. It's game time. The Sweet 16 started today with 4 games. The first wave of games included Michigan versus Oregon and West Virginia versus Gonzaga in the evening. Purdue plays Kansas while Xavier and Arizona match up in San Jose. All 8 teams continue their fight for the chance to get one step closer to the Final Four. Washington State University's rowing team opens the 2017 season at home against the regional rival team Gonzaga. The Folly Cup races at Hawaii Landing and Snake River Saturday, scheduled to begin at 8:30 a.m. WSU and Gonzaga have competed each spring for the Folly Cup since 1991, and WSU has won 22 of the 25 cup races. Team Coug was invited to send 4 players to the 2017 USA Basketball 3-on-3 National Tournament. The Cougars will send Kalia Haley, Nike McClure, Alexis Swedlin, and Kayla Washington to play. The 4 players will be sent to the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs to compete against some of the nation's best teams from April 8th through the 9th. That about wraps up sports for tonight. Stay tuned, because after the break, a sleepy robber didn't get very far, and International Puppy Day will surely leave tails wagging.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
We finally bought a place.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
At the end of the month, we have nothing left to save. How is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Now that the sun is finally out, you're probably looking for a new best friend to walk around with. Today is National Puppy Day. It's a day that brings awareness to the needs for homes for orphan pups, and it's also a day to educate people on the horrors of puppy mills across the country. It was founded in 2006 and has trended worldwide on Twitter every day since 2012. That is all the news we have for you today. Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 o'clock, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.